Hey, what's going on guys? It's Sage, bringing you another video. Today I'm bringing you my Diaboromon deck profile, a really cool deck. Utilizes summoning tokens actually, which is a really cool mechanic that we haven't seen too much of in Digimon. And with the new set, we do have a lot more tools to play with, more consistency cards, as well as a boss monster, and a new Tamer as well. It's got a lot of support in the new set, and I don't think it's tier 1 by any means, but it's actually, I don't know, it could do some damage. It's really fun, and I do enjoy it. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Alright guys, getting into the Digitama, we are playing 4 Tsumimon, actually 5. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly, Tsumimon, no, I hope that's correct. So this one's from the first set, so while you have another Digimon with the same name in play, gain 2k. And this one is when attacking, while you have an identified in its type, draw a card, so good draw engine, and just a good attack boost. So with this one, if you don't know, like the same name, that seems hard to do. It's actually not. All the tokens share the same name as Diaboromon, so play Diaboromon, make a Diaboromon token, and this is under it, it's going to gain 2k. So really easy actually to trigger, and just a really cool Digimon in general. So that is it for the Digitama. For the rookies, we are playing 4 Caramon. This is the one from the new set, so probably your best card in the deck if I'm being honest. So on play, reveal 5 cards from the top of your deck, add 1 Digimon with identified in its type, and 1 Arata Sonata card among them to your hand. So pretty much, it's going to find your Tamer, and pretty much any Digimon in the deck, you're playing so many unidentified. There's only a few that aren't identified type anyway in the deck. It's a really good consistency card. It missing is super hard. Like, I think I've missed once, possibly, with this card. It's really, really good. Its on-play effect is amazing. So definitely a boost with the deck. Also, one of the main reasons I want to play it, like with that type of consistency, like it's crazy. And then we're just playing 3 of this one. So this one is inherit effect, your turn. When you play another Digimon with the same name as this, trigger, draw 1 card. So really, really good. Actually, you can trigger this a lot. Like you can draw a lot of cards with this card. We're only playing 4 though. We're playing this other Caramon. I think it's like a promo. Has P on it, so it must be a promo. Opponent's turn, it gains 1,000. So it's not amazing. It's decent. I probably might drop it for the 4th one of this. I'm just kind of testing it. I didn't want to play more than 8 names of identified for rookies. There's a reason for that. But we'll go more into the rookies anyway. So we're playing 3 Toy Agumon. So this gives it reboot, which is really good. Helps just dodge attacking after you've attacked, so your opponent can't attack it, which is really good. And then we have the 4 Chumon. So yellow is probably one of the better decks in the format, stopping them from using Patamon, or I think it's Blinding Ray, which is really, really strong. And you got to kind of have to play this, I think, in the meta right now. This yellow's just going to be everywhere, I think. So you just need a way to slow them down, especially with this type of deck where yellow can kind of like steamroll it with advantage pretty quickly. So anything to slow them down is worth it. So that's why we're playing a lot less Caramon. I know some people actually max out on all of these and play like 3 of this. You don't really need to. The reason for that is this just adds so much consistency. And having unidentified as a rookie, it doesn't really matter too much. The inherit effect to draw a card with this one is really, really good. But you don't always need it. Like, you are drawing a lot of cards. You only need really 1 in rotation. And then like to get a few cards in your hand. And this is just like, it's decent with the 1,000, but as I said, I might just drop it for this. Undecided. And again, with these ones, they're good Digimon to have other rookies, and I just didn't want to like take anything else out for more Caramons. It just didn't seem worth it to me. So that is it for the rookies. Alright, for the champions, the level 4s, we are playing 4 Shademon. So this is the new blocker from the new set. Probably the best blocker in the set, if I'm being honest. So it is a security Digimon, so if you find it in security, it will summon itself. And it's also a blocker. It can't attack, which kind of sucks, but that's alright. But yeah, just like having this in security is really, really good. It just means that you have like the extra bit of line of defense, knowing that if your opponent attacks, there's a chance they'll find this, and then you can just block the next attack. And this deck definitely needs it. I said it's a bit slow, so it definitely needs a little bit more time just to get going. But once it does get going, it's really, really strong. So just a really good card to have in the deck. We're also playing the 4 Kurisari. Sorry, I don't know how you pronounce this. Kurisarimon. Let's go with that. Really, really good card. So when Digivolving, you get to play Arata Sonata from your hand if you don't already have one on the field. So you can't keep playing them. That does kind of suck, but just getting the first one on the field is nice. And then its inherit effect is all your other Digimon with the same name as this gain a rush. So pretty much you'll see with the tokens in the Diaboromon soon, but essentially once you make a token, it's going to share the same name as Diaboromon and it immediately gets Rush. So you can actually get like 3 tokens of one Diaboromon if you have enough Tamers on the field. So you can just get like 3 Digimon with Rush on the field and like 1 evolution. So it's really, really nice. This card is probably the best champion in the deck. We also have 3 more. Actually, there's 5 more, but 3 more. These all share the same name. I'm not going to try to butcher it again, but Inherit Effect, when you play another Digimon with the same name, you gain 1 memory. So again, you're playing multiple tokens, you're gaining multiple memory. Very, very strong. This was at 4, but I decided I needed 2 more blockers, so we are playing the 2 blockers that also share the same name. So blocker, and then lose to memory and attacking, pretty standard. But it is a 4 cost, so it's a very cheap Digimon to play, which is also very, very nice. So most 5 DP blockers, I think, have a 6 cost to play, I think. So being 4 is actually really, really nice. So very good. They all have identified, so all searchable with Keramon. Just really, really good lineup, and that is it for the champions. So for the level 5s, we have 4 Infamon. So this one is really nice. Pretty much when you Digivolve into Diaboromon, it costs 1 less. So most of them are going to cost 2 instead of 3. Really, really good. Good to pretty much span them a lot cheaper, a lot freer. We also have 2 more Infamon. This one's also pretty decent. So your Keramon can Digivolve into this, straight into this for a memory cost of 4, which is, it's alright. And on deletion, you can play a Diaboromon token, so which is really cool. Doesn't come up as much, that's why we only play 2, but it is good to have. And then we just have the 2 War Monzamon. This is just a cheap level 5 that we wanted to play. I didn't really think I wanted to max out on this or play like any other Inferiormon. There is a promo that on play you can de-Digivolve something, but it was on play. Has Digivolve cost a 3? It was like 7 or 8 to play hard. It just wasn't worth it. I wanted like a cheap evolution, and this one just fit the bill. So that is it for the level 5s. Alright, getting into the star of the show, the level 6, we have Dioboromon. So this is the one from the new set. If you don't know what it does, pretty much when Digivolving, you just play a Diaboromon token. What the token does is pretty much nothing, but it does have 3000 DP. It costs 14, which isn't really relevant. I guess it's relevant in some cases. It's a Mega and has the unidentified type and unknown attributes. So pretty decent. 3k DP, pretty weak. Most teams can kill it. That's why Lord Nightmon, the Lord Nightmon deck kind of kicks this deck's ass a little bit. Just because they have Starmon, they have 3 Digimon, they can just kill the token. It's rough. I played that matchup the most with this deck, and it's rough. Like, I lost like more than I won. Most games were close, but Starmon just put in so much work. So you got to kind of play around that. It's kind of unfortunate. We are playing the one more from the first set. So this one is, I don't know. I was playing this at 4. I threw this back in. It's kind of decent. It does cost 4 though, which kind of sucks. But when attacking, you can play a token. All the tokens are just going to be the same, 3k DP, all that sort of stuff. And then all turns, when this Digimon will be deleted in battle, you may delete one of your tokens instead. So it just means that you can attack in, and if they try to kill it, you can kill your token instead. It just stays on the field a little bit longer. That's what I kind of like about it. You can still play it, attack, get the token when you want it. This is on play, which is still good. But I don't know, I have more control with this one when I attack. It's just more expensive to play, so I just kind of wanted to play the one-off, and its protection effect is nice. So I'm just testing this. I might drop this for just 4 of this, but I don't know, I like this at the moment. And then we're just playing the 2 promo ones. So this is your main beat stick. I've seen a lot of profiles that max this out, and they're playing more to just kill really fast. That's nice. The problem is that it's kind of hard to set up. It's kind of too gimmicky in my opinion. I like this thing as more of a control deck, and it just like, you control the board with your tokens while putting on that pressure with the giving the tokens a rush, drawing cards, gaining memory, just kind of using the tokens to gain advantage, to gain board control, instead of just trying to kill really fast. And you still have the ability to. This card does do it. So if you don't know what it does, it just gains a security attack +1 for each Diaboromon on the field, including itself. So when it comes on the field, it's going to have +1 already. So it just says for reach, it doesn't say other. So really good. It is your main kill shot sort of thing. So set it up, and when you play it, if you have Rada Sonata, which we'll get to, you will get a token. but it is just the weakest when it hits the field. So like maxing out on this, you have to already have all the tokens set up for it to really be worth. So just playing 2 is just good so you can get to it when you need it. So that is it for the level 6s. Getting into the level 7s, we have the main boss monster, we have Armageddemon. So this guy is from the new set as well. When playing this Digimon from your hand, you may delete 1 at Diaboromon to reduce this card's play cost by 12, so it would make it a 3. And you can delete a token as well. You can't evolve on a token, so that is worth noting. That's probably why they gave it the effect. So if your token attacks, it lives for whatever reason, you can delete it, play this guy, has rush, attack again. Super, super nice. There's a lot of things you can actually do with this. It's just a really, really good card in general. Having rush is crazy. And also something that I don't know if a lot of people talk about, I think it's like one of the main amazing things about this card actually, is all turns, when a Digivolving effect of level 7 Digimon don't activate. So you're turning off Voltorb Chaosmon, which is really, really strong against the yellow deck. So Starmon and stuff is annoying, but turning off that Voltorb is super, super relevant in this matchup, and turning off some Omnimons and stuff is also really, really strong. So just a really, really powerful boss monster for this deck to have, and I really, really love this card. Actually like it a lot. Yeah, that's it for the level 7s. Getting into the options, we're just playing the 2 Catastrophe Cannon. If you don't know what this does, pretty much main trigger Digivolve 2 on one of your opponent's Digimon, and then if you have a Diaboromon in play, play a token. So really good disruption. It's not the best. Your opponent can play around it if they're playing Digiburst, but it's like the best we have. There's a few other cards you can play for black, but they're not that good to be honest, and this synergizes with the deck, so it works out really well. And there's also an 8 cost that Digivolves for 3 or 4. It costs 8. It's not, I don't really like it. This is just 4 cost, really easy to play. It comes up a lot. And if you also have a stack with, say, this and this under it, obviously that'd be a 5 there. Use this to Digivolve something, play a token, and the token now has rush. So it's just really synergized with the deck really well. It just gives you a random body that has rush that can just like seal the deal in some cases. I mostly use this to get rid of level 5s or get rid of their blockers, mostly. And it just does the job. It's good. It gives you a token. You can draw a card off that as well because it says play a token. So you can draw off Caramon, sorry. So it's just a really cool card. I do recommend it. For the Tamers now, we're actually maxing out on the Sonata. I keep going back and forth with this. I'm playing 3, 4. I'm now stuck with 4, and we're playing the 1 tie. So tie is important because starting at 3 is actually really important in this deck. A lot of the Digivolves, or a lot of things to Digivolve have a cost of 3. So starting at 3 just helps you go up the ladder really, really easy. And then if you have at least 2 of these in play with this, you get to go to 5 memory. And obviously if you have multiple of these on the field, you're just going to get a 3 anyway. But I have been thinking about putting this to 2, putting this to 3, but this card's just really, really good. And if you don't know what it does, at the start of your turn, if a Digimon with unidentified is in the trash, gain 1 memory. And then pretty much when you Digivolve into a Diaboromon, suspend this and then play a token. So if you have multiple on the field, you can play multiple tokens. They all can have rush if you do have the stack built correctly. Or you can just draw cards off it with Caramon, because it is playing a token. So you are technically playing a Digimon with the same name as long as you have, Diaboromon already on the field, which you would because this card triggers off Diaboromon. So really good card. That's kind of how you control the board. You just swarm the board with tokens. You generate advantage with the tokens while drawing cards, getting rush, getting memory. It's just a really fun deck to play with. And as I said, once it gets going, it's just really, really hard to beat. So that is it for the deck, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. We'll just grab these cards just for the end discussion thing. Sure. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're trying to get to 10k subs, so help out. That would be great. If you have any suggestions on how to make the deck better, definitely let me know because I'm still working on this deck. There's definitely a lot of things I can improve. This is just kind of a template, what I've been testing. And I can already tell you there's a lot of things I'm thinking about changing going forward. And obviously, like, match dependent. We'll change the deck. Like, this card might be at 4 if you're expecting to verse a lot of yellow. But then yellow is also a hard matchup, but then this does turn off Chaosmon, so there's a lot of options to do with this deck. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, peace out.